Hey, what's up? Mark here from the Backpacking Gear Nut, and today I'm going to do a review of the Summit EtherLite XT. Now, I've had this mat for like 9 months, and I keep not doing the review. For me, it's hard because I don't really like it. I've been using it off and on and trying to change the air pressures, trying to do all sorts of things in order to make it comfortable for me. There's two major things that I find uncomfortable about it, and I think at this point I can give you a fair review, and I just want you to know that a lot of people like this mat and think it's really comfortable for them. So let's get to it. But before we do that, do me a favor, please subscribe. I am almost to the point of being monetized, and I can use all the subscriptions that I can possibly get. So my mat that I have here is 78 inches long, and it is 25 inches wide at the shoulder, and it is 4 inches thick. I'll put on the screen what the measurement down at the foot is so that you can know how it tapers down. All right, so this is future Mark. I forgot to talk about the weight, but it weighs 1 pound, 7.7 ounces. That's with the pump sack and the mat. And then if I change it to grams, it weighs 672 grams. Now the fabric that they used, I'll put it on the screen because I don't remember what it is out here on the trail, but it is very durable. It's not something that I worry about. It's tough. Now, the main reason that I hear from people as to why they love the comfort of this particular mat is because of the quilting on it. Now, the way that they created the baffles in it created a quilted effect so that you have these dimples and these little high spots that can go down and relieve pressure. I also think that since this is a 4-inch thick mat, you get a lot of extra relief because you can play with your air adjustment quite a bit and still not hit the ground. That way it can contour to your body. The R value of this mat is 3.2. I think that will be a great number for most people because most people aren't going out in the winter. This will get you into late fall, early spring, and you'll be plenty warm with this mat under those conditions. Now, when you pack this down, it packs down to a little bit fatter than a Nalgene water bottle. I find that this mat is a little more bulky than some of my other mats, but that's because of what they're using for insulation. Now, this mat's insulation will only keep you warm if it's lofted. It's not a reflective material. It's a fiber type insulation, and if it's not lofted, you don't get any R value. So for people who like to run their pressures really low, they will find that they get cold a lot easier because without that loft, you don't have the insulation. So I absolutely love the pump sack. The pump sack that they have has such a large volume of air that it's able to put into the mat. It really only takes like 5 or 6 pumps in order to pump this mat fully up. So it has a 2-way valve that when you pull one portion of the valve out, you can put air in, but then it has a back check valve so it won't come out. But if you pull the other portion of the valve out, it will actually let the air out really quickly. Sometimes when I take the bag off, I accidentally pull the wrong valve out and it will actually just let the air out. The people that they have make these mats for them do a really good job at quality control, and I don't see any reason not to recommend this as far as its quality goes. So I said there was 2 things that I don't like about this mat. The first one is my back always hurts when I sleep on this mat. I've tried it with a firm air pressure, I've tried it with a low air pressure, and no matter where I put it, my back hurts every single time. None of my other mats have given me this same issue. So the second thing I don't like about this mat is I don't like the texture of the mat. I sleep with the quilt And so a lot of times I sleep with no shirt on because that's most comfortable for me. And when my skin touches the mat, it feels like I'm laying on kind of a plasticky vinyl, and it sticks to my skin, which during the night while I'm sleeping, it always wakes me up because I'll be sleeping and then it'll get stuck and it'll pinch. And I don't like that. So if you're using a sleeping bag, this is a non-issue. Or if you always sleep in a shirt, this is a non-issue. So I lied. There's another reason I don't like it, and I'll call it 2.5, so it's part of the second reason. The material squeaks, whether it's my skin rubbing against it, that makes it squeak. But when I have clothing on, it still squeaks. So as I move around on the mat, it makes a squeaky sound, and I'll try to record it so you can hear it. Now, I would still recommend this mat, even though it's not the right mat for me. So many people out there absolutely love this mat. I'm probably the only person I've ever heard say that it's not right for them. So if you want to know about another mat that's got the quilted type design, click on the video that's right here. Other than that, down in the description below, there is a link to my store so you can go buy a t-shirt so I can afford to go out and test more products. And other than that, I'll see you on the next one.